Hi, welcome back to Sunny's Adventures, and today I'm going to tell you what I did this weekend. So it is the end of Sunday. I had a pretty busy weekend this week. Alright, this is take 2 of this video because I recorded it the first time, and I went to go export the video, looked at it, listened to it, just as a quick preview, and realized there was no audio to this video. So I'm going to re-record it. I think I only got like the intro in and then the audio just cut out, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. Last time I recorded in this spot, like the camera was focusing in and out, so I hope it doesn't do that. I don't know if it's the shelves behind me or what it is, but it was like definitely switching in and out, and it was so frustrating to watch. I almost re-recorded that one as well. So if it happens in this video, I will definitely be not recording in front of this shelf anymore, which I think it's doing it. I think I'm gonna shift over. Let me just turn myself so the shelf isn't in it. Okay, let's try to see if that's better. So this video was essentially supposed to be just a recap of my weekend. My weekend was actually quite busy. It's usually not busy at all. I usually just kind of like going with the flow on the weekend, but this weekend I actually had like legit plans. So it started out with Friday. I actually didn't have any plans on Friday. I just mowed my lawn and got my tires rotated and was kind of ready just to end my night around 9:30. And didn't have anything, and my brother randomly texted me at like 10:30 at night, and he goes, "Hey, are you still awake?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just laying in bed right now." Like, I was already in bed, brushed my teeth, just kind of got my PJs on, and I was like ready to go to sleep. And he's like, "Hey, let's hang out, let's catch up, let's play some games." So him and his friend came over, and we played games till 3 in the morning, which was crazy because I was originally going to go to bed at like 10, so surprisingly, I stayed up that late, but it was really fun to get to catch up with him. I don't hang out with him as often as I'd like to, so it's really fun. He ended up sticking me in my attic, and there's a funny picture of me sitting on his shoulders, like me like up on the ceiling, ready to push it up, because there's no ladder to my attic. It's just like, like a tile that you push up, and it's kind of just there. But as soon as it opened, like, it was extremely cold air just rushing in, and then, like, it looked like sand was up there, but it was actually just like a insulation-y type material. Like, I didn't like fully go up there, but I just took a quick video because he wanted to see what was up there. And since I rent this place, you really never know. There could have been like a dead body up there. Thank God there wasn't. It was just insulation. There was nothing up there. You could see like where it looked like there was like a chimney up there, but I don't have a fireplace, so I'm not really sure what the brick was or if this house used to have a chimney in it. I'm not really sure how that works, but it was really funny. Yeah, we just played games all night. He ended up going home around 3 o'clock. It was a really late night that night, and then I had to get up early the next morning. Saturday, I went hiking. So we have a local park around here that everybody usually goes to at least once in their life if you live in northeast Wisconsin, and it's called High Cliff. It's just a state park, and they have really cool rock formations, and it's got some ups and downs, around here. That's like as crazy as it gets. I'm going out west soon, so that'll like blow my mind on how actual like rock formations look. But so yeah, High Cliff is fun. We ended up going up a tower. They have like a lookout tower there. There was rocks that we climb out all the way out that go like kind of in like the water, like a ways out into the water. There's like a lake. We hiked a lot of trails and gained a lot of elevation. This one really, really steep incline where it was actually a good workout. I enjoyed it. We kind of like for a little bit we were like racing up a bit, and it was really fun. So that was cool. So it was kind of a weird situation because I ended up going with absolutely nobody I knew. So I met this person online, and she randomly like slid up, and I had her on Snapchat, and she's like, "Hey, this is kind of a random question, but would you want to go hiking for my birthday with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure," because I'm definitely like really into meeting new people and exploring like what other people do, and it's just really fun to me to just go out, adventure, and explore life, I'm like totally all about that. We went hiking at the High Cliff State Park there, which is not that far from my house. And I got to meet like 10 other of her friends, so there was just a group of people that were near my age and into hiking and into similar things that I like, so that was really cool. Got a few Snapchats out of it. Hopefully in the future I hang out with some of those people. Yeah, it was a really, really good time. She ended up giving everybody like these little gummy bracelets. It has like peace, love, money on it, like little logos. I don't know, I'm not really sure, but it's like jelly when you squeeze it. It's kind of cool. So that was really fun. I enjoyed that. We all kind of like had a picnic as well. We all packed a lunch and ate food together and just learned. Well, for me, I learned a lot about them, and they learned about me. Well, those guys, they all knew each other, so that vibe was a little weird. Like, they all knew each other. There was like 10 of them, and then me being brand new, so it was a little uncomfortable at first, but you know, I got through it. I'm trying to be that social butterfly I am, you know. But they also, like, as we were hiking, so some of them had never been there, so it was kind of cool to, like, explain some of the formations and stuff and, like, where things were. So I, like, showed them where the tower was, because a lot of them never went to the tower, and they never went on the rocks, and so it was kind of cool that I could give my insight on those things since I've been there a lot. There was also, like, these, like, cement walls that, like, had little holes in the sides of them where you could just, like, enough to fit a body through. So, like, you climb through the hole and then you go inside, and it's, like, you kind of, like, gain elevation, and you're just, like, in this big hole that I'm not really sure what it used to be. There's, like, they used to make something, it's called the Lime Kiln Trail, and, like, there's just, like, massive cement stacks that you can go in. Some of them are blocked off, but some of them you can see, and they have, like, this little, like, really, really baby little trickly waterfall, which is really, really pretty, and it sounds so cool, like, as it's, like, you know, running very slightly, like a little, like, stream. It's not like a real waterfall where it's, like, whooshing water. It's just, like, just a little trickle, which was really cool. It was really fun. And then as soon as we packed up to go, then it just started raining. So it was, like, extremely perfect timing. We ended up hiking for, like, 4 hours. It was really good. It was also good. I got to test out my shoes and my backpack and stuff that I would be actually bringing out west to Utah. And I got to test it out here locally just to make sure, like, the shoes felt good on rocks and hiking and being on my feet for 4 hours, even though when I'm there, I'll probably be on them from, like, 8 to 10. But they didn't hurt doing it for 4 hours, so that was really good. And I liked the way it was gripping certain rocks and different, like, you know, surfaces like mud, rock, and different types of things, so that was really good. So that was Saturday. And pretty much after that, I just literally took a nap and kind of just ended my night there and didn't do much after that when I got home. But then I woke up early. Today's Sunday, my adventure we were going out to Wausau, which is like 2 hours from my house. So they have what's called Moonstone, Wisconsin Moonstone here, and there's only a really small portion of the state that this is in. Moonstone is like a shimmerish blue rock. So I have a whole bunch of rocks here. I'm not sure if you can really tell, but there's definitely, like, as you look into it, like, you really can't see it in this camera, but there's a line of blue here, and on the back, like, this is blue. It almost looks like a fish's scales as it hits the light, so, like, the sunlight, you could really, really see it. I'll insert some photos of what Moonstone actually looks like so you can get a better representation, but I have a whole bunch of rocks here. I ended up gaining 11 pounds of rocks. You were allowed to grab 20 per person, and I got 11, so I found 11. There's also some stuff. This one's like a reddish rock. It's like, whatever are they calling it? Jasperite, I think? Something like that. There's like red and greenish color, like a darker colored one. But the main objective was to get the Moonstone. So they had this big, like, I don't know if you can really see it, but all these rocks here, some of them, so like this one's just like quartz, and I got like a reddish colored quartz as well. So all these, they basically, this family opened up their farm field because they know that they have a prime location for Moonstone, and they basically said, here's my farm field, take whatever you want that's rocks, if you know, and you know, you have up to 20 pounds you can take. So it's just really cool that they allowed people to just go find stuff and explore their property and find all these cool, amazing rocks that are there and super pretty. So I cannot wait to just like polish these up, because my friend has a rock polisher, so they said I could use it to polish them up, and I'll definitely show you what they look like, because this is very cool. Like, this one is quartz on this side, you can see like it's whitish, and then on this tip part of it, top of it, like it's got the jasperite, I think it called it. No, jasperite. I think it's jasperite. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so I got a whole like mess of them here, all various shapes, sizes, and amounts that they got. Super cool. Like, this one's really big. You can see, like, basically where you can see that this is gray is where the Moonstone is. But in real life, it looks blue, and you can see it shining really good in the light. So even though this is like still dirty, like it's got mud and stuff all over it, but it kind of, I mean, at first glance, it looks like a regular chunk of rock that just looks kind of plain and boring, but in the light and in real life, this blue shimmers so good. So that's very cool. Very excited to see like finished products of all this stuff. We went to Wausau, took the journey there. On the way to finding these rocks, we stopped at a place that was like kind of like the strip mall thing in like the middle of Waiawega, and they had like all sorts of little shops. So they had like t-shirt shops and a log cabin shop. They had a liquor store, like novelty stuff, and then they had like food. They were handing out samples of wine, cheese, beef sticks, all sorts of like different animals. So they had buffalo, elk, venison, regular beef sticks. It was very cool. I also got this pickle cotton candy for my friend. He's really, really into pickles. Just loves pickles in any sort of form. And so I got him pickle cotton candy just because I thought it was funny. I'm also curious if it actually tastes like pickles or not. I'm not gonna open it because I don't want it to like go bad before I give it to him. So yeah, I'm just gonna eat it when I hand it to him. Just try a little piece of it. But they had so much crazy stuff, like just crazy stuff. All sorts of flavors of different things, and it was very neat. I'll insert some photos of me being there as well and videos. So we stopped at, obviously went to Wausau. We went into this farm field that this family put on, and they had this massive tent, like, put up because around it, this, like, thousands and thousand pounds of this moonstone, this massive moonstone that they discovered was under their property. And it was like 7 feet dug into the ground, like the hole was so deep. And they had this big chunk, and you could just see it, just the very top of it. Like, you know, like, have you seen pictures of icebergs where it's like, it's this big above the water, but like that big under the water? Like, that's how much, like, you could tell it was just like the very top of whatever this chunk and massive rock was under there. And it was so cool to even see the progress they've made to getting this rock out. They were showing us all like the fossils and artifacts that they found on their property. So they had like different like little displays put up of things that were found that other people found on their property, of quartz and massive chunks of moonstone. And they had like little arrowheads that were from who knows what time frame in life, but very cool. It was very neat to experience and see and do. It was so cool. But yeah, I hope they post a photo or something of them finally getting that massive rock out. I don't even know how they're gonna lift it out of there. They're gonna have to get some big truck, or if they're gonna break it apart or something, but it was very, very cool. After we were done finding all these rocks, we went to Rib State Park, which is near that in Wausau, and they had this massive tower that was up on a hill. So, like, that's where, like, I went snowboarding there last year and a couple years before that. So I've gone there multiple times to the snowboarding / skiing, like, part of it. But I never went to the backside where they have the state park and the massive tower that you climb. So I got to go up to the top of the tower, see the incredible view of Wausau. It was just breathtaking on how neat it looked. It was very windy up there, though. And they had, like, a wiggly stair, like, right before the top. So, like, the person I was with, like, they stepped on that stair, and they're extremely scared of heights. And they absolutely freaked out, like, had a complete freak out meltdown because the stair, like, moved, and they thought they were gonna die. They started, like, crying, and obviously I didn't record that because, you know, that's kind of disrespectful and rude, but afterwards we had a good laugh. In the moment, we were trying to encourage her to, like, keep moving, and, like, you got it, you're, like, 2 feet from the top, like, you got this. But yeah, it was definitely, in the end, very funny. Even she laughed at it in the end. She was holding like this blue licorice piece that we got from one of the stores, the candy stores that we went to, and she just was like death gripping, like white knuckling this blue licorice, and it was so funny. And then when she like freaked out so hard, she like threw it, and I just died laughing. It was so funny. And then somebody took a photo of her like freaking out, and then showed her the photo after. And it was so funny because it was like mid-throw of the of the licorice. It was just hilarious. So definitely a good time, a good funny story at this point. And she's the one I'm going to be going to Utah with, so it should be interesting to see if she freaks out at any of the cliffs that we go to there, because I guarantee they're going to be way larger than what we experienced today. Because today, Wisconsin hills are nothing like real canyons and mountains. Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin's a relatively flat state. But overall, I had a really good weekend. I did quite a bit, I'd say. I did something interesting each day, which I had the Moonstone stuff planned, and the hike was planned, but like Friday night when I just randomly hung out with my brother was really cool. And honestly, sometimes spontaneous stuff is the best way to enjoy an adventurous weekend, and just makes it more fun sometimes, just that it's spur of the moment. Next weekend, I will be going to Devil's Lake on Saturday, so that should be pretty fun. I would really like to hang out with my friend Tom. I've been wanting to hang out with him for like 2 weeks now, but it just hasn't been working. So, Tom, if you're watching this, you know, we should definitely hang out. Definitely stay tuned for videos coming up. Devil's Lake should be pretty fun because we're going to go, like, they have like swimming area and hiking and stuff like that, so it should be pretty fun. And we'll be going with people I hung out with over Memorial Day weekend, which I also don't know that well, but I went camping with them and they invited me back, so couldn't have been so bad, right? So since I'll be leaving, the countdown is in 10 days to Utah. So I'll for sure have a video or two about packing, like what I'm bringing and what will be my carry-on for the plane. And then I'll definitely have 10 days worth of footage of me traveling and exploring Las Vegas and Utah, the 5 national parks. You should really hit that subscribe button and really just stay tuned for those crazy adventures because I'm so ready for it. It's going to be breathtaking views, and I'm so excited. Today's Father's Day, so everyone out there celebrating Father's Day, happy Father's Day. Hope you had a good time with your family. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.